players, faux news. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Y'all please grab your tea and have a seat. Let's talk about how faux news spread this story like wildfire, that homeless veterans were kicked from a hotel, and it all turned out to be a lie. I declare, ridiculous and a hot boo-boo shitty mess. So the other day, homeless veterans was trending on Twitter. So, I scurried my ass on over there to see what was going on. And I saw that everyone was sharing this exclusive by faux news that a New York hotel had kicked out 20 homeless veterans to make room for asylum-seeking migrants. And I was like, wait a minute, that don't sound right. And it came from faux news. We all know that's just entertainment television, so I scurried on off. I didn't share it. Baby, and faux news was running with this story, honey, and so was the Magamites, Frumpy Dump, Flitted Cruz, and also there was a GQP lawmaker, honey, that introduced a piece of legislation regarding this. But baby, the lie detector has determined that the whole story was a damn lie. The story of homeless veterans displaced by migrants was false. I declare, honey, what a disgrace.
North of the city, the Crossroads Hotel in the town of Newburgh, New York, evicting some homeless veterans to make room for asylum seekers. And then you had a couple about to get married getting a very unwelcome surprise.
This couple from Florida tells me that their wedding is next month, but they're already getting word from the hotel that hotel rooms that they had booked for their guests is already going to be canceled. That couple, as you can imagine, now scrambling to make alternative accommodations. And 20 homeless veterans were evicted from temporary housing.
Group of veterans, some suffering from PTSD, may now be victims of New York's migrant busing battle. Fox News confirms 20 homeless vets just got kicked out of several hotels in the suburbs north of Manhattan to make room for those migrants getting bussed in from the city.
You heard him. Faux News said that they confirmed this story, honey. But the New York Post was the first to report that 20 veterans staying in a Newburgh, New York hotel had been kicked out by management to make room for incoming migrants being housed through county funding. Leaders at the Uric Israel Tony Foundation said they had to scramble to find new housing overnight to keep the veterans from ending up back on the street. Don't that sound so very sad and so highly unlikely, don't it? To anybody with half a pea brain, it sounds unlikely. But baby, it sounded unlikely because it was a damn lie. And it started to unravel when Veterans Affairs officials said that they had no record of any direct work with the New York charity or any report of veterans in need of help from local partners. They also said their requests to speak with the veterans were refused by the foundation leaders. And also, hotel officials had no records of any payments by the Uric Israel Tony Foundation or of homeless veterans using their location for temporary housing. And they also were able to confirm, unlike faux news, that the veterans in question never existed and that this incident was made up in a misguided attempt by foundation officials to draw attention to their veterans' issues. And wait, there's more. Come to find out, I guess the foundation hired at least 20 people to portray homeless veterans. These people were staying at a homeless shelter. One of the men came forward and said once they were hired, they ate like kings, and that the director herself told them that they could have whatever they want and she would pick up the tab. Of course, the director, Sharon Fitch, did not respond to requests for comment. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Players, put your thoughts in the comments. It's
Quick update on a story from earlier this week about homeless veterans being displaced from a hotel in Newburgh, New York, to make room for migrants. We're now looking into new reports that a veterans advocate misled lawmakers and media outlets about a story that some homeless men may have been hired to pose as veterans. We've reached out to the organization for a statement, but so far have not heard back. We'll send it back to you.
Yeah, there's enough chaos with that potentially false stories running around out there. Nate Foy for us with an update. Nate, thank you. Sandra?
You got it.